is a journey into a world that knows no limits, where swinging fun meets love, hearts entwined.
Hello, we are the Polyquad Life Podcast. I'm Charlie, and joining me on this beautiful day are my quad partners. We have Marie, we have Ray,
Hello.
and we have Nicole.
Hello.
And we are coming to you live from our garage bar. We're changing up the living room today.
Yeah, it was a really nice day today.
It's a
So
Had
gorgeous
some
day.
sunshine for the first
Yeah.
time.
yeah, it was almost 80 degrees here today.
It's 75 and sunny, so we're out here in the garage bar lounge enjoying Ray and I are enjoying a cigar, and the ladies are
Enjoyed our
Enjoying
wine.
the smell
Enjoying
of
the
the
wine.
enjoying
Yeah.
the smell of the cigars. Yes.
Mhm.
So on this episode, as requested during our hotel takeover, and from a few listeners, we are doing a quick reintroduction to the quad, like we did at the takeover. We kind of introduced ourselves, so we're gonna do that for everyone here, and then we're gonna answer some questions we received not only at the takeover, but from a couple listeners via Facebook Messenger. So let's dive in.
All right.
So I will go first. Um, we are an open poly quad, so we share our lively and candid podcast that dives deep into the vibrant world of swinging and polyamory and the lifestyle community. So there's 4 of us that makes a quad. We're not a throuple. Some people were confused by that.
Yeah, no, there's 4 of us.
There's 4 of
Yeah.
us.
Yep.
3 is a throuple.
3 is a
4
throuple.
is a quad.
4 is a quad. And we have Charlie and Marie, who are the primaries, together. We have been married 15 years. And you have Nicole and Ray, who have been married 16 years.
Just
Uh,
barely over 16.
yeah.
Like just barely, like what, 6 months before you guys got married?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
And we
So
did not know each other then.
No,
So
we did
no,
not.
we did not. So I am Charlie. I am the reason for the podcast. This came to me in the shower one day, and I'm
yeah, and he
like,
messaged all of us. It was like, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And we try to
Um,
support each other in all of our endeavors. We were like, yeah, let's do
Yes,
let's
this.
do
And
it.
it's been great.
It's been great. So, I'm a 40-ish year old male. I'm bi comfortable male and work in the finance field. And to me, family comes first. I'm an animal lover, travel junkie, cigar aficionado,
Yes, definitely.
I'm a wine enthusiast, and a bowling junkie.
Yeah. Look
Yeah,
at you, the one that gets to sit down and write their stuff.
I know. I sprung it on you
You
guys.
did. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So next we have Marie.
I'm in my 50s. I'm a bi-comfortable female. I do work in the healthcare industry. My family is my life, and that includes my quad partners. I'm a grandmother times 2. Mom. I love music. I like the outdoors. I love my wine. Um, I'm open to trying new things. Definitely love my animals. We have 4 pets. They are the world to me, especially under the current circumstances where we're probably going to lose one in the near future. So, but I'm a huge animal advocate. I'm an advocate of the underdog. Period.
Mhm.
If you are, if you're finding yourself in a place where you feel like the world's against you, I'm behind you. That's just who I am.
All right. Well, I'm Ray. I am a 44-year-old straight male. Just recently turned 44
Yes.
He says he's
early
25
this
with shipping
week.
and handling.
But
Holy crap. What happened here?
He's 43.
He is
You
43.
aged
43.
yourself a whole
I'm a-
nother year,
Yeah, you
Ray.
just say
we're just sticking. I'm going to go back to sticking with 25 with shipping and handling. It's just
shipping
so
and
much
handling.
easier that way.
With 18 years of shipping and
Yeah,
handling.
yeah. Nicole's over there like, didn't you just turn 43? Are you lying
Yeah,
to
I'm
me about
like,
something?
I turned around, looked at Marie, and I was like,
Yeah. My math
what?
was off. I'm not
Let's say
mathing
you're-
well
And I
today.
told him he
Okay.
has Alzheimer's all the time.
Math is not his strong point. We shall move on.
Actually,
okay.
it is.
Yeah. We'll just stick with 25. I work automotive repair. Um, enjoy riding my motorcycle. Family always seems to come first. Love animals.
So family
Um,
always seems to come first or
family always comes first.
absolutely, yeah.
And I lost my train of thought.
I'm
Uh,
sorry I interrupted you. You're the quiet one, and I interrupted his thought process.
Oh,
yes, now I am
we
usually the quiet one
Yes.
in the group.
Until he gets
yeah.
to
Oh,
know you or he has
Well,
alcohol.
as one listener pointed out that knows us, he's quiet on the podcast till you get to know him in person.
and I'm usually that way. Yeah, when I get comfortable with people, a whole different side of me comes out. But until I'm comfortable, I'm usually quiet.
He's
Um,
reading the room.
Yeah, he's
yes.
reading the room.
He's
Um,
definitely the strong silent one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're primary person. Yep, I'm Nicole. So I'm a 40-year-old bisexual female. I do work in the healthcare industry. Been doing that quite a few years. Like everyone else said here, family always comes first. We have 3 children. We also have 2 grandchildren. They are our worlds. Been super happy to bring them into um, our connection with Charlie and Marie because it just adds, to the love that they have, and every one of them love Charlie and Marie. Definitely love my animals. I'm constantly wanting more animals, and Ray over there tells me I can't have more. I've always actually wanted a baby monkey, and he refuses to buy me a monkey. And he says, "No."
I would love to have a monkey
Well,
too.
apparently we're allowed to have it at your house, but not ours.
I just don't think our houses would do
Our
very
house is
good.
not very conducive to animals. My parents, we moved them in a couple years ago. They have their
You have a
animals.
zoo at your house
We
already.
do have a zoo at our house, so that's why we just need one here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not
yeah,
having a
that's
mon we're
that
not
would go
having a
great
monkey
with
here.
our dogs and cats, a
Right?
monkey,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely.
and the bird that Marie wants.
Yeah, I can't do birds.
Yes. I
So anyways, I enjoy live music. Definitely a big country fan. If we go out, you'll definitely see me, jamming to music, dancing, laughing, and I usually have a drink in my hand. But
You? Never.
no, not me. But absolutely love our polyquad and the love that it's brought into our lives as well.
Yeah, so the polyquad came about 2025,
2025 in
but we met each
August.
other in 2023 or 2022
It was either 22 or 23. I think it
at
was
a lifestyle
22.
club.
yeah.
It was
They
right
So
were
before Marie
well,
had breast cancer.
yeah. So
yeah,
it
so I
was
was diagnosed the end of 2023, so I'm gonna say
So
it
it
was
was
September of
September.
2022, I think.
Of course,
okay.
Nicole and Ray were handing out their famous Jello shots, and
Normally, I would not take something like that from a stranger, but
She'll take candy from
immediately
strangers.
these
She's
2
got that drilled
felt
in.
comfortable to me.
yeah,
So, I was like, "Yeah, I'll have one." I'd actually turned down a few others that evening, but they walked up and offered us one, and I was like, "I get a good vibe from them, so yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have one." And it
And
was
actually,
the
a lot
best
of
Jello
people
shot I had
yeah.
ever had.
Aw, thank
Did you ever
you.
think it would turn out like this?
No, but
no,
I'm glad it did.
yeah, and years of just friendship and
Friendship, hanging out,
flirting, and just
getting to know each
getting to
other.
know each
Yeah.
other, and we actually didn't play together until years later.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it was more of a friendship thing, which
Yeah,
we have a lot of friendships in the lifestyle that we've never played with,
yeah,
and that's totally fine. I'll flirt with the best of them. Doesn't mean that, we have to play or have sex. We might one day, it's not that I'm telling you no, and there might be people that I flirt with that I will never have sex with.
yeah.
So yeah, there many years of doing that.
Yeah, and then one thing led to another, and Nicole and Ray were ending one of their poly relationships that they were in,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and Marie and I
Saw
end
your opportunity to stick your
saw
foot
our
in the door.
opportunity, and we were like, "You know what? We ain't letting this go again."
So I did ask them one time, when did you guys talk about it? And apparently they had been talking about it for a while. It wasn't just
Yes.
after we got out of that
So
relationship.
we had been talking about it for a while, and it came down to my own personal feelings was that, and not necessarily for you guys, but for me. So I was trying to put myself in your shoes, that, and also considering that we're in similar places in our lives with our careers and our families and our homes and things like that, that I could not ask someone to, in that particular stage of their life, to enter yet another relationship. So it was kind of like, oh, they're in a relationship and we're not going to butt in. And so after the relationship was coming to an end, and I was like, yeah, we really would like first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's kinda
it,
different whenever you're dating a couple versus dating a single.
Yes.
You
yes.
know, I mean, whenever you date a single and they break up, sometimes they're very heartbroken, and don't get me wrong, we were heartbroken after,
Yes,
our breakup
absolutely.
as well,
Absolutely.
but it wasn't as much of a some women are like, "I'm
Well,
never dating again."
yeah, because I think in that aspect, and having been through the same things ourselves, was you're not leaving a couple entirely alone. They still have each other.
Right.
Right.
Whereas if it's a single, if they're not involved with somebody else, you're kind of leaving them on
Yeah.
their own, and that.
I mean, we were definitely heartbroken, at a little bit because they were such great friends to us in the lifestyle. They were honestly our best friends in the lifestyle. We tried it, realized it wasn't, conducive to an actual relationship with them. Like we said before, they're in another poly relationship. They are doing great. We're so happy for them. We still talk to them, not as much on a regular basis as we used to, but we're still great friends with them. So, yeah,
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
and that's the whole thing. It's finding. I still personally believe a lot of it is just finding other people that, like I said, are in the same place in their lives. And I'm older than everybody else, so it's not even necessarily that, but it's that we have so much in common as far as, you guys are still raising kids, but even your youngest is really very mature for their age.
well, they're
Um,
almost out of the
yeah,
home
they're
too.
almost out of the home, but, you know, even despite our age differences, we've got 2 grandchildren, coincidentally, are extremely all the 4 of them, the 2 girls and the 2 boys are very close in age. Um, we're kinda in the same places in our careers and things like that, like, nobody's a CEO around here, but nobody's at the bottom of the barrel either. It's just and we're just going day to day, and
Yep, and
making our way through the world and dealing with everything that's going on. And yeah, we all have aging parents, that we, try to assist when we can. And I think that's kind of a lot of it too, is, just so that you can understand. Because I think when you get into any kind of relationship, not just a poly relationship, but any kind of relationship, if you're in different spaces in your life, it's sometimes difficult to be able to understand each other and
absolutely.
understand why the other person makes the decisions that they make and things like that. And that doesn't come in here. Like, you guys need to help one of your kids move. We totally get that because we've been there too. Like,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
We have to watch our grandkids. You guys get that because
We
you've
watch
been
our
there too.
grandkids.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so I think that's been a big part of the comfort level. It's like we can continue to be ourselves and not have to try to pretend to be somebody that we're not, or
right.
extend ourselves past our comfortability level.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm at my most comfortable and peace when we're all 4 sitting here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've had
100%.
a long week, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a hard week. But just you guys getting here today and, getting the hugs and the love from everybody from the whole quad
Yeah.
has just been, puts me at ease.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
And
mean,
it's
peace and things like that whenever it's just the 2 of you here,
yeah,
but you have more I'm not gonna say more love, but you have more people that love you in one
And more support.
place and
yeah,
more
More support,
support.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
And
Marie
then
loves you to no end.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but whenever all 4 of us are here,
It,
it
it's
we
it's
well, and
it's
there's the
like we're
situation like what we're going through right now. We are probably gonna have to say goodbye to one of our dogs very soon. He's
just
very
found out today.
yeah.
We
yeah,
all had an inkling,
So
but
Ray and
it was
I
confirmed
are
today.
yeah, I'm sorry. Charlie and I are both kind of swirling a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's more difficult for us to support each other, but then we have you 2, so it helps fill that gap, that
Right.
yeah,
void.
And we
Likewise, you
also
guys have had similar problems in the past.
Mhm.
Same thing. Like you 2, have an issue with one of the kids or a parent or something like that. And it's like, yeah, you're both kind of swirling
Yeah.
because you're both knee deep in it. And it helps to have 2 more people to step in and go, okay, we're here to help
Love,
love
support,
and
Mhm.
help, do
support.
whatever
Yes,
you need. Yeah.
exactly.
So
100%.
we really love your animals as well,
Yes.
and it hurts finding out the news, but
yeah.
Yes.
not as
Yeah.
much as it does the 2 of you.
Our baby is not super people friendly.
No.
He's not had the greatest past.
He's a rescued pit bull
Yeah.
from a breeding, fighting, baiting situation, and we rescued him when he was a year old. He was severely underweight, and he just took to us.
Yeah.
But
But
he's been our baby for 12 years now.
11.
11.
He's almost 12.
He's almost 12.
He's been our baby for 11 years, and in those 11 years, he has roughly about 6 people until Ray and Nicole came along, and that was the key thing. They were willing to give him the time
Yeah, to warm
to
up to him.
warm up to
Yeah.
them,
Now when
and
Nicole
now
walks
he's
in the
very
house,
excited to see
yeah,
them. It's
Nicole walks in the house, he's like all tail wag and is like, "Woohoo!"
Gets up off the floor.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah.
even Marie walked in today and he didn't get up off the floor, and I was like, "Oh," and he doesn't normally give, like, kisses.
yeah,
Marie and Charlie call it snogs, and he normally doesn't give kisses, but he knows that I enjoy it, and now every time, he sees me for the first time
yeah,
through the weekend, he'll give me a kiss,
yeah.
and, it's
Melts my
amazing.
heart every time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
I mean,
he's
even
typically, if he's gonna be afraid of somebody, it's gonna be a man, but he
Mhm.
will gladly jump up next to Ray, especially if Ray and I are sitting next to each other and
Yeah.
just sit there between us and let both of us love on him, and
Mhm.
even
Yeah.
it's,
hog
He
heaven.
he's gotten to be very comfortable with
yes, he's very comfortable with you guys, and I can't tell you how much that honestly means to me.
It means a lot to us
Yeah.
too.
it does.
I don't think that I fully understood it. I In the beginning, I was like, "Well, how about we let him do this?" And Charlie and Marie were like, "No, not yet.
Yeah.
More Marie than Charlie." But I think I won him over pretty quickly with the bacon.
Yeah.
That
Bacon
that
lady.
food definitely helped.
Yeah. I
But
mean, he was
now
comfortable with us,
but
but
now you
Yeah.
don't even need bacon,
no, I do not need
you just
bacon.
need to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he loves it.
And so
Alright,
but
So we
we
so
digressed
digress.
a
We
little bit,
we
yes.
digress. We
digress.
got talking about animals and we can
Oh,
do
we
that
could
all
talk about
day long.
animals all day
Yeah,
long.
But
yes.
Once again, we are animal lovers.
at the hotel takeover and through our Facebook Messenger, to follow us on Facebook, submit your questions through Messenger. It's a great way to get to us. We had some great questions come up at the hotel takeover and that people were talking to us, and I narrowed it down to the top 4. It's basically all I could skim it down to.
Yeah, well, I mean, there
Um,
was quite a few that kinda all led into each other,
yeah, it
so
kind of all
Yeah.
led into each other. So the first one was how or when did you know you loved different?
Oh, so Charlie's looking at me, so I will go ahead and confess that I am the one that brought the idea of the lifestyle to the surface in
I
our
wasn't looking at you
relationship.
particularly, but
You did look
yeah.
at
You're
me.
you're just next to him.
But yeah, so weird, strange, odd story. And at that point in time, I guess we've been married 12 or 13 years.
Yeah.
Never found myself attracted to or caring for in a manner like I did Charlie to anyone else, but we did have a friend that was kind of a closed off person and started opening up to me, and I realized that I loved him, but I also loved my husband. And I wanted to have the ability to explore that, um, without being dishonest with my husband or breaking any confidence that he and I had. So I brought that forward. And that's when I realized. And to this day, I haven't had contact with this person for quite some time. We have broken off our relationship. Um, for various reasons. But I do still care deeply for this person and love this person and wish this person the best. So
Yeah, I mean, I'll go next. So, I've always I know, I guess back in my 20s, I always kinda looked at love differently, but it wasn't until, yeah, we opened our marriage and you came to me with this, and by the way, there was no cheating or anything like that. It was a purely open conversation about being E&M. We were actually at sushi dinner. I remember that. Um, but I've always looked at love differently because I've always looked at you can love somebody, but you also can be sexually attracted to somebody at the same time. And there's two different things. There's two
absolutely.
different levels
Yeah.
there or two different dynamics there,
Yeah.
right? So I've always looked at that differently, probably since my mid 20s. And I wanted to explore that when she mentioned that, being a bi comfortable male and that I am, there was dynamics there that I wanted to explore. And Marie was open to that. So we were like, why not have this dynamic?
There are experts that will say love is love. So the love that you feel for your parents, your children, your spouse, the love is that all the same. What makes this different is the addition, as you mentioned, of the sexual attraction.
Mhm.
That's what makes your love different with your spouse or your partners, your quad, your throuple, whatever, different than the love that you have for your children's or your parents. But the feelings are still the same. You want to protect that person, you want to be there for that person, support that person, all that sort of thing is the same. The difference becomes
The
with the
sexual
sexual
attraction.
attraction. Yes.
Um, I mean, with me and Nicole, and it was more the sexual when we first started out, like in our 20s.
Yeah, I
And
mean, we really had no idea what was going on there.
we didn't know what the lifestyle or any of it
We
was.
were
It
in our
was,
20s, so we were having fun.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
Um,
wrong with that.
No.
and we did it openly and honest. And that's what kind of brings it into
Yes.
the lifestyle is what we weren't lying to each
It's
other about
ethical.
it.
It's
It's
E&M. It's
Yeah.
ethical.
ethical.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that it hasn't happened. All 4 of us sitting in this room have been unfaithful in the past, and we've learned from that.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
So
Live and
and
learn.
you
Lived
live
and
and learn.
learned.
We've been unfaithful, so we're not sitting here saying that we're better than anybody, by no
Oh,
means.
no.
No, no, we're not.
No.
We're not.
We've gone through our trials and tribulations.
100%. But that
Absolutely.
leads to how open we are now
Mhm.
based on what we've gone through and learned
because
from the past.
it eliminates that anxiety,
Mhm.
I think, if you can be open with your partner that, "Yeah, I'm interested in somebody else," whether it be sexually, romantically, or both. It eliminates that anxiety, of the running around behind somebody's back,
Yeah.
and the constant fear that you're gonna get caught, your relationship's gonna end, uh, people are gonna be upset, somebody's might get into a argument or a fight or worse. These things happen, and it it eliminates all of that stress that is involved in that when you can step up and say, "Yeah, I like this person."
But you
Yeah.
have
Right.
to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally strong enough to
Yes.
handle
It's not
that.
for
Yes.
Right.
it's this is not for couples that are already having
They're
problems.
trying to
Yeah.
fix
No,
it,
it
yeah.
will
No, it's
this
not.
will definitely bring
This is
every little thing you tried to put under the rug back out
Yes.
10 times
Yes.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, me leaving my shoe in the middle of the floor or Ray leaving his shoes in the middle of the floor probably wouldn't be a big deal, but, this might have set it off.
Yes.
Right.
But
Yeah,
back to
exactly.
how we love different. So
Well, I wanted to touch on that too, like, as you get into this lifestyle and, for some reason, new couples seem to gravitate towards me and Nicole for almost like this and that when asking
they'll ask
questions.
questions, yeah.
Yes.
And
We have that smile, that comforting
we're a calm couple
we
that I think
are.
that helps a lot. And just something one of them I was talking to yesterday about is, feeling okay because we've been taught doing this, you're supposed to hide it. If you're gonna do it, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to do it, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And it's like, no, man, it's okay. If there's something that's wrong, we'll talk about it. I'll tap you on the shoulder and be like, nah. And with me and him chatting back and forth, it just came to me. It was like, you ever watch that movie Hall Pass?
Yeah,
He's
hall
like,
pass,
yeah.
yeah.
I said, think of that movie Hall Pass. You just our guys are agreeing to a permanent one at the moment. And he's like, "That's a hell of a way to look at it, and I never would have thought of it that
Yeah.
way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, like Ray was saying, we played around in our 20s. We got out of the lifestyle or stopped to raise children. We had a lot going on with the children and everything else, so didn't have time. Had no clue what a swingers club was, didn't know that there was a thing. So, but Ray and I were actually in the middle of intercourse. He had said something to me and he realized how much it turned me on talking about him wanting to see me with another male. And if you know Ray, you know that he's like, all right, let's do it. Whatever it is, fuck around and find out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a head first guns blazing kind of person.
He will die saying, well, shit, that didn't work.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So we got into the swinging lifestyle and it really enjoyed that. There were some indiscretions on my part because I grew up in a very traditional Catholic home where you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. And that brings us back to being able to communicate with your partner. That's something that Ray always said, hey, I don't care, just tell me. I didn't feel like that I could tell him because I felt like it was wrong, even though it wasn't in this lifestyle. Um, so like I said, there was some indiscretion on my part there. We've lived and learned and moved past it.
Become
Um,
even stronger because of it.
definitely made us stronger. We can talk about it now without the other person getting hot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and there were other instances. We were in a throuple for a few months, realized that she wanted way more out of Ray. She definitely wanted me out of the picture. Just really didn't work out for us. I had a lot of issues with that. So I was very nervous whenever it came down to being poly and Ray's like, I've always seen it as it's kind of like the animal kingdom. You love multiple people and, I mean, I don't remember how he put it.
Mm, that how do I put this? Sorry. That it in all reality, I feel that it is more of the natural way human beings are to love more people.
Yes.
Structuring it so society, it doesn't work that way, kind of makes a little chaos. But our nature is our nature, no matter how you want to change it. I,
Very true. Right. Very true. And I don't want to, any of our listeners out there who may be monogamous, thank you for listening, first of all. Thank you
Absolutely,
for
and we're not
opening,
saying there's anything wrong with
right.
it.
Thank you for opening your mind enough to listen to another viewpoint. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. It works for lots of people, but it doesn't work for everybody. And I think that, again, this is the reason why the lifestyle in general, whether you're a swinger, polyamorous, combination of the two,
There's lots of different lifestyles out there.
it this is the way of making
Yeah,
it
and I
ethical, just the same as your monogamy is ethical. So it's, kudos to you, but we have chosen to listen to our
Our
hearts
bodies
and
and
our
our
minds and
hearts.
our
Yep.
bodies and not fight the whole thing. And so for me, this is one of the whole things. It's like science will tell you, many multiple studies will tell you that you need to complete 80% of yourself. That is a long shot for the majority of the people in the world this day, at least in the United States anyway. I would imagine many other countries are the same. It's very difficult with all of the things that we have going on. Um, but and then your partner is to complete the other 20% of you. Well, your partner might be able to complete the other 20% of you, but you completing 80% of yourself is really difficult in today's world. And now you're asking that one single person to fill in another 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe 30%. But if you get involved in a polyamorous situation, it's like, well, maybe Charlie's not available, but Ray or Nicole might be at the moment that I need this. I need that. Charlie's not going to go get a facial with me. Nicole will.
Shut up, guys.
Not that kind of facial, folks. I'm just saying, you
We were
you
know?
walked
being
into
good.
that one.
We were being good.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
not
no, but
stupid.
I'm just saying, like, and Charlie doesn't understand all the time what it is for me to be a mom and a grandmother, and I'm not just a mom and a grandmother to my kids. I have 21 staff under me that I mother
Yeah.
sometimes. Um, but Nicole understands that, you know? Um
Working in the healthcare field, I feel like we have a lot of love to give, and we
Absolutely.
just show it in different ways, and we're not saying that there's anything wrong with people that are not in the healthcare field, but we were drawn to the healthcare field because of that, because we wanted to nurture. So, being able to
Yeah.
nurture a lot of people is great.
Likewise, you know, I might, I took Charlie's car out today and drove it a little fast because I got some disturbing news, but I was also thinking like it would be great if I could go home and get on Ray's motorcycle with him, but I think we only have one helmet. So,
Yeah.
you know, as
So
I
back
just wanted to go fast.
so
Which
back
my car
to
will do.
the
Mhm.
knowing, how we love differently. So, we were in the swinging lifestyle for a while, having fun, had a great time, really connected with Ray, and there were times where I would feel jealous,
Yes.
because I'm like, "Well, I don't wanna share you emotionally with anyone else because I'm afraid that you're gonna see them as better than me. You're gonna find something in them that you don't find in me." And actually, I've learned that that's a great thing, is being able to find something in someone else that you don't get from your primary
Yeah.
partner, and them being able to fulfill that for you, that something
Yes.
that I can't do, that's great that someone else can. Why should I keep that from you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No, and that's the nice thing, and I'm not, again, not thumping thruples or just
or
couples or
monogamy
whatever,
at all.
but that is the nice thing is that where 2 of us might find something and the other, our opposite partner or however you wanna put it, but there's not that threat.
Right.
There's
Right.
not that emotion, and here's the funny thing, folks, if you believe in astrology or anything, Charlie and Nicole are
A match.
a match, and Ray and I are a match, so there you go.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to the poly, in all reality, the first poly relationship we got into, we kind of almost fell into it.
Yeah.
We gone out with a newer couple,
Yeah.
and they hit it off with us, and we were talking to them about going to and they're like, "No, we just wanna kinda hang out with you guys." It was like,
Yeah.
oh," and it kind of just went from there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they realized that they weren't ready for a poly relationship.
Right. It didn't
So
end up working out, but
no. Right.
it got our minds kinda around the idea of
Yeah,
doing
Right. It
something like
did.
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it eased my mind a little bit. So here we are.
yeah,
Here we
yeah.
are,
Well,
sharing
we
So
our
shared a
story.
lot on that question, so I think we
yeah.
should.
So
Yeah.
is there a hierarchy in the
Yeah.
quad?
Yeah, so this came up in the takeover. Like I think Ray and I were somewhere at a takeover and they're like, "Oh, what's the hierarchy in the quad?" They're like,
Well, like I've said before, I don't want to call it a hierarchy. So you have your primary partner.
yeah, so and this one Ray and I were kind of describing
S
like we have our primaries, like Marie is my
Yeah. So
primary
we
and
need more
yeah,
context
we need a
around
little
your
more
question,
yeah.
basically, whoever you are, thank you for your question, but we need a little more context
Like,
because
what are
Yeah.
you thinking as far as hierarchy? So is
right.
it
I think it was more like
who comes first?
yeah, who comes
Yeah.
first? And we're all like 25% of this
Yeah.
Of this
relationship.
quad, yeah,
Yeah, this quad.
Yeah.
absolutely. Now in our separate lives, because we still do have
Yeah,
those. I
we have our
Right, we
mean,
separate
still have our
lives.
separate
yeah,
lives
so we
Yeah.
and
have our primary partners as far as that, yes. So,
but
if
within the 4 of us, there is no hierarchy.
Yeah,
Right. It's
there's no
We
more
hierarchy.
for
who
adults that sit down.
right,
If we have a problem, the 4 of us sit down
right,
and
Yeah,
talk
right,
as
yeah,
adults.
right.
and
It isn't
and
like
yeah,
no one
there
put
who
their foot
wasn't
down.
right.
yeah,
And whomever's at need is the one that gets the attention at that moment.
Right.
So, for instance, again, I've gone through breast cancer and many surgeries. Sometimes I still need more time than others do to get up and going and getting out, and I might need a rest night. And, so it comes back to whomever's at the highest need. Ray might have a bad day at work, Charlie might have a bad day at work. Nicole might have a bad day at work, or, one of our kids is having an issue, one of our grandkids is having an issue, whatever. Wherever the need is, that's where we all are.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 All
I
right, so
Um,
next question.
yeah,
Somebody submitted this one,
via Facebook
was it the
Messenger.
Facebook?
Yeah,
So it says, "I wanna be polyamory with my wife, but how do I convince her?" So, I think you might have used your words incorrectly because whenever I read that, I got a little not irritated, but it kinda irked me a little bit.
yeah.
So we're not here to convince people.
No,
Um,
we're not convincing you to be poly, we're not convincing you to be E&M.
and you should not
We're
want to convince anybody
but if you're already in the
either.
lifestyle, and I think this is
I think
where
it's
it's
more
coming
bringing it up,
up. Yes,
and explaining to them how they feel. So that's where communication comes in.
100%.
So,
This
"Hey."
again is where we need a little more context on your question. So my questions to you would be, are you already in the lifestyle? If you're not, um
What kind of relationship do you and your
yeah.
partner have?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot of things that go into this, but the bottom line is you don't want to convince anybody of anything. They
No.
need to do it of their free will or it's not going to work. That
Right.
that's
Now
that's the bottom line.
you can bring it
You
up
can
to
bring
them and say, "Hey, these are my thoughts, these are my feelings." And if they're not really into it, I guarantee you they're gonna look at you and
Mm,
might even smack you. Um, but it's not a convincing thing. You also need to, whenever you sit down and have this conversation with your partner, tell them, "Hey, I love you. I am not going anywhere, but, you know, hey, listen to this podcast. They make great
Yeah.
points.
Mhm.
There's lots
Right.
of love to share."
Be
Bring up the conversation and some thoughts with some honest conversation and actual, not just, "I wanna do this," reasonings,
Yes.
feelings.
Yes.
Dig deep before you bring this up.
Yes, exactly
But
right, and that's what I was gonna say. Be prepared if you're going to have this conversation with your partner, your spouse, be prepared to tell them why you want to do this
and
because
make sure it's not because they're not good enough.
right. Oh, yeah,
Make sure you
absolutely.
make sure that that is something that you get across to them. It's not
Well,
that
here's the
they're
whole
not
thing, if
enough.
that's what your feeling is, you shouldn't be in the relationship that you're in.
Yeah.
That's bottom line. But to agree with Ray, you need to do some thinking beforehand, and you need to be prepared to be able to say why you want to do this because they're going to ask that question, and they should.
Mhm.
And you should have a reason for it.
Right.
Right, you're gonna
And
have
you
to
never
dig.
know. Go ahead. Sorry,
I was
Ray.
gonna say, you're gonna have to dig deep and
Yes,
self-reflect quite a bit
exactly.
because shallow answers will not get you anywhere.
No,
No.
shallow answers are not gonna get you anywhere, but potentially kicked out the front door,
Yeah,
or the
Yeah.
back
Back
door,
door.
or the
your
garage
answer is not,
door.
"I wanna get laid more."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not
and
a
that's not
Yes.
polyamory, by the way.
That's not
That's
yeah.
swinging. If you wanna be the swinger, then yes,
So, I posted
absolutely,
something
but
on our
Well,
Facebook page today.
hold
It
on.
was really
What,
you
Ray?
had
good.
something to say.
No, it's okay.
It was really good. It was a table breakdown of what's poly, what's swinging, what's ENF. So go to our Facebook page, look at it. If you have any questions, send them our way.
Right.
But it's a really good breakdown of what's what.
Right. And what I was gonna say, you might bring it up to them and they're gonna be like, "I was thinking the same thing, but I was too afraid to bring it up to you."
Yeah,
yeah, it could
yeah.
happen. It
But
absolutely
if
could
you've
happen.
brought it up to them before and they're like, "Absolutely not," maybe self-reflect a little bit more, bring it up to them again. Self-reflect, say, "This is why I want to be polyamory."
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, have a reason. I
Yeah.
agree with you 100%, Nicole.
All right, next
So,
question.
next question, and I'm gonna let the ladies speak on this one because it's talking to the ladies.
Okay, so my husband is going on a date with another woman for the first time. Ladies, are there any tips about easing the anxiety of your man on a date?
So one of mine and Ray's, rules from the get-go were if we were out on a date with someone else, the other person did not need to be home alone.
100%. I have
Um,
done that. It does not work.
it does not. So you're sitting there, everything's running through your head. Well, what if they do this? What if he comes home and he's like, "Well, they did it better and they want them more," and it snowballs
Yes.
into, instead of being anxious about it, now you're jealous, and then it snowballs into, you're pissed.
You're
You're
angry.
angry.
You're upset. You want to, yes.
Yeah. So even if it's, going to the local bar, you go grocery shopping. I mean, if you enjoy grocery shopping, go grocery shopping. Go out, buy yourself a nice outfit. Go to the local bar, sit there, and let some guy buy you a
Yeah.
drink. Go out with your friends, just
Go out with your
anything.
friends, get a massage, get a facial. Again, not that kind, but yes, maybe that
Maybe
kind
that
if you
kind.
can. Yep,
Yeah,
if it's
so
if it's
In your
in your
dynamic?
dynamic, then get yourself that kind of facial. Go to a movie. Go someplace to eat that your partner doesn't care for, or get something to eat that your
And
partner
this
doesn't
goes
care
this goes
for.
both ways, ladies and
Yeah, it's the
gentlemen.
same thing for guys. Like,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
imagine guys go through the same thing. They might not show
yeah.
it as outwardly as some of the women do,
Ray's actually
Yeah.
told me before, if
but don't
whenever
sit
I've been
home and
out. Yeah.
spiral.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
Yeah,
sit home and spiral because if you sit home, you will spiral.
very
Yeah.
much so.
Um,
I've done that.
Yeah, I mean, we
N
both have. And you sit
But
there and
people
you
are
think
gonna
about
be like,
everything that's
I'll play
wrong.
devil's advocate. People are like, "Well, why you lifestyle if you're advocate if you're spiraling while your spouse is on a date?"
because the whole thing of the matter boils down to this: jealousy and anxiety are a natural part of every single person. Some of us are more prone to it than others. However, that's your sense of security.
Yeah.
That's your sense of stability. You share probably a home with this person, maybe children, maybe grandchildren, probably finances or at least financial correspondence.
Yeah.
You start seeing that's your support for if you get sick. Like, I'm sorry, who do you think about if,
Who's your
suddenly
emergency contact?
yeah, who's your emergency
The 4 of
contacts?
us in this room,
And
but
we're all
the
yeah.
problem is we're always in it together, so
Yeah, but on a serious note, I mean,
No,
Yeah.
honestly, it
seriously.
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
yeah.
they're your
Well,
emergency
That's
contact.
your
on it
base, that's your home base, and if your home base is out with somebody else and let's face it, folks, I've known some extremely secure people in my life, but there is no person in this world that is 100% secure within
yeah,
themselves. I don't care how secure you are, you're not 100% secure, and your mind is still going to go there.
and
Yeah.
I also wanna add, have an established routine. Like, when Marie's been on dates and I've been on dates, we always check in with each other.
Yes.
We've always had a check-in point,
It
and
shows that you're not forgetting about your
precisely
primary partner
precisely.
Right.
and that you care about where they are, what they're doing, if they're safe,
Yeah,
and it helps
it
that
helps ease the
yes,
tension.
it helps ease that tension and that
But have
anxiety.
an established routine like, "Hey, I'm going to dinner, and then after dinner, we're gonna go XYZ," right? But
And if that changes, make sure that you
yeah,
talk to your partner
Yes,
about it.
right.
if that changes,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
be like, "Hey, I'm at dinner," and then after dinner, I'll be like, "Hey, dinner went," I'll give them whatever comfort level you guys agreed upon.
Right.
We're gonna go to XYZ. We're gonna go to a hotel. We're gonna go, we're gonna go dancing. Whatever you guys agreed upon,
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
stick with
and you
that.
and you check in.
Yeah.
And I've been on overnight dates, um, and I've always checked in. Hey, honey, we're going to bed. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and Marie's done the same thing with me.
absolutely. That yeah, it's just again, it comes back to communication, which I think we have expressed
We won't
over
continue to harp on that.
every single episode we put
Yep.
out. It's about communication, honest communication, and just keeping your partner update and respecting your rules. So if you're the one going out on the date and your partner says, "Yeah, I'd like you to be home by midnight." You need to be home by midnight.
Yeah.
You need to be
Yeah.
home by midnight. That's it. There's, save an emergency, you need to be home by midnight.
Yeah.
Right. So
So,
great questions. Please send us more questions because we could take one question and talk about it the entire podcast. We
oh
literally have
yeah,
to stop ourselves from talking
yeah.
about it.
We do have to
Yeah.
stop
Absolutely.
talking
Yeah.
about
So
ourselves.
make sure that you send us your
Yeah.
questions on the Facebook. Go to our website, thepolyquadlife.com.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we need a shit swinger say.
we
Well,
do.
I hold on. We need to go back to right after we had went to the hotel takeover
Okay.
and I brought home my
Oh, yeah.
cranberry orange muffin
Yeah.
Okay.
and I asked you to hide it from your mother
She
True.
likes to steal
because she
the
she will
stuff.
steal your sweet carbs. She will
Yes,
steal your
she
simple carbs
will.
completely. And Ray said to me, "You mean if I'm starving, I can't eat your"
She's he said, "You mean if I wanted your muffin, I couldn't have it?"
Yeah,
And she said, "Well, honey,
if you're
if you're
starving.
starving, you can have my muffin. You can eat my muffin."
And he said, "Oh, I'll eat your muffin."
And from the living room, I'm like, "Shit swinger
Swinger
say."
say.
Yeah. From the room around the corner.
Good
Yeah.
night, everybody.
Good night. Have
Good
a
Night.
good
night.
one.
Bye.
Follow us
Bye.
on your Facebook. Follow us on our Facebook page. Quote the Polyquad Life. Unquote. It's the in front of it, everyone.
Mhm.
But thank you for listening today, this evening actually. And everyone have a good night.